Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. We are back. It's good to be back. We're going to get into Teofimo Lopez and Steve Claggett in what should be a fun fight. I don't think it's super competitive. I think stylistically this is a bad look for Steve Claggett, even though I like Steve Claggett. But before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe. Please join the Patreon. The link is below. You can find. The link is in. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link for the Patreon. $5 a month. The Patreon gets you the lock of the week. It gets you all the updated perks. It gets you all the. Okay, it gets you the lock of the week gets you asked to book anything, ask me to handicap a fight, ask me to break down the fight. It gets you all the updated props as well. The props that aren't dropped when I do the videos. So join the Patreon, you get the absolute best gambling advice for just $5 a month. All right. When you guys roll on in, we got Steve Claggett and Teofimo Lopez in the main event in Las Vegas. Steve Claggett's been on a winning streak, and he's not a bad fighter. He's won, I think, 8 or 9 fights in a row against the low-level competition. He's a guy who, when he stepped up, he's mostly lost. He lost a decision to Yves Alessi back in 2019. He lost a decision to Danny O'Connor. Competitive fights. He lost to Chris Van Eerden in a competitive fight. He's lost to Konstantin Ponomarov. He's lost to those type guys. And he's not a bad fighter. It's just that this may be a level too far for him. He's never fought anyone as good as Teofimo Lopez, a legitimate world champion. Rocket says he's literally 10 minutes away from where he is going to fight. The fight's in Vegas. Aren't you in Miami, Rocket? I could be wrong. I thought Rocket was in Miami. The fight's in. I lost my Claggett's a fun guy to watch. He's a come-forward guy, lots of volume, lots of pressure. He's there to be hit. Defensively, he's for what he is, he's pretty fundamentally sound. But he's just in front of you, and he's not super powerful. He's not super fast. He's going to get hit. He's not a great defensive wizard, obviously. He's an offensive fighter. I can't see him being able to avoid Teofimo Lopez for the long haul. I just can't see it. Teofimo Lopez is a premier guy. I know the opinions on him are going to vary quite a bit. But Teofimo Lopez has beaten Lomachenko. He's beaten Richard Comey. He's beaten Josh Taylor. He's beaten George Kambosos. You can do what you want with those names, but he's beaten the guys that you put in front of him, and you put in front of him pretty good competition. He's 26 years old, so he's hitting his physical peak. He's in his prime now. And he's just athletically and physically a level or two ahead of Steve Claggett. And I think that's ultimately going to be the difference. The card is otherwise, I wouldn't say super noteworthy. You got Robeisy Ramirez fighting Brandon Leon Benitez, Jan Santana, Elvis Rodriguez. You got some names like that. Not a ton of names. Emiliano Vargas is a name that people are interested in. You got the return of Nico Ali Walsh, who's 9-1. Nico Ali Walsh is bounced back nicely after the loss to Sona Akale with a win over Charles Stafford, and now he's going to rematch with Sona Akale. We'll see how much he's improved in about 10 months. Not a huge card, not an amazing card. But it's Teofimo Lopez, and you got Robeisy Ramirez. It's the fight is in Miami. I don't know why I thought the fight was in Vegas. I'm losing my brain. You're right. The fight is in Miami, Rocket. Yeah. It's not. Why the hell did I think it was in Vegas? No, Rocket is right. It's in Miami. Yo, Rocket, are you going to the fight, my man? Are you gonna be in the arena? You gonna be in the Night Center in downtown Miami, Florida? I have no idea why I thought it was in Vegas. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's in Miami. You gonna be there, Rocket? So you got Robeisy Ramirez and Teofimo Lopez. You got Tio and Robeisy Ramirez bouncing back. Jan Santana is on the card. Elvis Rodriguez, Yuri Cedeno. It got some who's of prospects there. It's not a terrible card. It's not a terrible night of boxing. But it's not the biggest card either. It's capped off with it's showcasing Teofimo Lopez, WBO Super Lightweight World Champion, against Steve Claggett, who Pro Box has at number 8 at Super Lightweight. That's interesting. So if we're looking to bet this fight, let's pull it up. I think this fight is fairly, although it may be competitive and Claggett may land some shots and he may, ooh, that's a nice shot. Some stuff like that. Yeah, I think largely this is going to be a one-sided affair. And I think ultimately what we're looking at here is a stoppage from Teofimo Lopez. Why can't here we go? He's got up to minus 1,100 on the money line. But it's difficult because Lopez hasn't got a ton of stoppages lately. I'm going to pull up the odds for y'all right now. So, like I said, money line Teofimo Lopez minus 1,100. We're not making a ton of money there, although it's not a bad little bet to add under to your parlay. On top of that, 702 Man Cave says Lopez needs a KO. I absolutely agree. Get a knockout. Get a stoppage, Teofimo. Like, you're fighting Steve Claggett. He's there to be knocked out. He's going to be in front of you. Knock him out. Rocket says, sent you a picture on Patreon. I might go. He trains with my old trainer, Jorge Rubio, Cuban trainer, and his father, obviously. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not the biggest card in the world, but then it's not going to be ungodly expensive, I would imagine, because it's not the biggest card in the world. I would go. It's Teofimo. I put that picture on the thumbnail. I don't know why I thought it was in Vegas. Yeah, obviously this is in Miami. Look, I like Teofimo Lopez, and I like him by stoppage. By stoppage is paying 145. And I would make that bet. I am telling you, I would bet Teofimo Lopez to win by stoppage. Here's the problem. I'm going to share this with you guys next. Teofimo Lopez's box rec. Tio has not gotten a bunch of knockouts as of recently. Jermaine Ortiz, the distance. Josh Taylor, the distance. Sandor Martin, the distance. Okay, Pedro Campa, but that's Pedro Campa. 7th round knockout. George Kambosos, the distance. Lomachenko, the distance. Besides Pedro Campa, which is not a world level fighter, the last knockout he's gotten was Richard Comey in 2019. That was before COVID. That's how long ago that was. So, yes, he is due for a knockout, but he also is not getting knockouts. So, this is I'm gonna bet he does. Just stylistically, it seems like a fight he would get a knockout in. Vegas is slightly telling me he's probably gonna get a knockout. So I would do that. I would make half my bet on whatever my normal bet is. In this case, we're gonna use $100. I would split that between Teofimo Lopez on the money line and Teofimo Lopez by KO, TKO, DQ. Or you could just do this and then put Teofimo Lopez on your parlay. I'm almost guaranteeing you that Teofimo Lopez is going to be part of the lock of the week. I haven't put the lock of the week together yet, but I can almost assuredly tell you that Teofimo Lopez is going to be a part of that. Also, guys, tonight I'm dropping the Sonny Edwards Adrian Curiel fight. I'm going to drop the video on that late tonight, so that'll be out for you guys. Check out for that. But like I said, Teofimo Lopez, super athlete, lots of movement. He has flaws. He winds up. He telegraphs his punches, but he's so electric and he's so quick and he's so explosive. It's dangerous to stay in there, right? But if you stay in there, it's high risk, but there's high reward. You can sit there, you can nail him with shots. Yeah, Rocket, I like this. 7 through 12, he knocks out Claggett. Yeah, I like that as a bet. 7 through 12, he knocks out Claggett. I like that. What odds? You're using Hard Rock, right? What odds are you getting on that? I would agree. I would put my money on that, assuming the odds are decent. I do like that. You're probably gonna give up. I'd say better than I say you're getting plus money on that. I say you're gonna get plus 120, plus 140 on that. Oh, it's a good bet for sure. Plus 130. Hey, look, I said plus 120, plus 140, and you got plus 130. I think it's more than likely he gets him out and it's paying plus money. Yeah, throw some money on that. And then you can add to your parlay, which I know Rocket likes to go with these parlays that pay like plus 80,000. But adding Teofimo Lopez by stoppage or just on the money line to your parlay is not bad. It's a nice little bet. It'll bring down your odds a little bit. It's not. We got a lot of fights this weekend, but it's not the busiest weekend, right? Like Tristan Kalkruth, Darius Fulgham fight on Thursday. James McGivern, Connor Quinn, Pierce O'Leary, and Dara Foley. This is an interesting fight. Pierce O'Leary and Dara Foley. That's one I am interested in. There are some interesting fights this weekend. Rocket wants to know, and plus 350 for Jesse Rodriguez for KO. Yeah, I think that's a great bet. I mean, Rocket plus 350 for Jesse for KO. I don't know why you wouldn't take that. I would say more than likely he stops him late. Now it could go the distance, but at plus 350, that's well worth the risk. That is absolutely well worth the risk. If you're asking me for, something, I want to take a risk this week, I want to hit on something that pays out, I would say Jesse Rodriguez by KO, by stoppage, is one hell of a bet at plus 350. That should be closer. Plus 250, I would think would be good on. Plus 350, they're telling you. They're asking you to take their money. Yeah, I like Jesse. My guess for the stop for that fight is Jesse Rodriguez by stoppage in the 10th round. Bam Rodriguez is lightning fast. He's got incredibly quick and agile feet. He works angles. It's never straight in, straight out. It is never straight. It's always one side or the other, right? It's angles. It's a barrage of punches from the long range, from the mid range. He's deadly accurate with the straight left. Bam Rodriguez is one of the best fighters in the world. And I don't think people like that, but it is evidently true. Like, Bam Rodriguez is one of the 10 best fighters in the world. Not even one of the 10 best, one of the 5 or 6 best fighters in the world. I don't want to see a pound for pound that has him lower than 6 or 7. Like, there's no way he's lower than 6 or 7. I think 6 is the lowest you can go. Look at his resume. He stopped Rungvisai. He's got a win over Quadras. He's got a stoppage over Sonny Edwards. So he stopped Sonny Edwards, and he stopped Sonny Edwards and saw Rungvisai. And Quadras, he fought on 1 week's notice and jumped up 2 weight classes to do it. He jumped up 2 weight classes on 1 week's notice to fight Quadras, a potential Hall of Famer, and beat the crap out of him. And then he stopped Rungvisai, and he's also stopped Sonny Edwards. Who has a resume like that? Like, it's due time to put some respect on Bam Rodriguez's name. Jesse Rodriguez for KO. 100%. Love that bet. We talked about this yesterday a little bit. A parlay with Jesse, but with Bam Rodriguez and Teofimo Lopez. What does that pay? Can Rocket let me know? I want a 2-play parlay. Jesse Rodriguez and with Sonny Edwards. Parlay 17. Wait. With Sonny Edwards, you're taking Sonny Edwards by stoppage or just for the win? Rocket, don't take Sonny Edwards by stoppage. That's not going to hit. And Lester Martinez on the money line or on the stoppage? Let's come up with something good here. Look, this is going to be a risk. Lester Martinez is a really good prospect that's fighting Carlos Gongora on Saturday, yeah? Is that Saturday or Friday? It's Friday. It's Friday. It's on the Pro Box card. So we're going to take Lester Martinez. Let's come up with something smart here. I'm going to put this Lester Martinez money line, Sonny Edwards money line, plus Bam and Teofimo by stoppage. What's the odds on that? If you did that parlay, Rocket, if you did a parlay with Lester Martinez money line, Sonny Edwards money line, plus Bam and Teofimo by stoppage, that 4-play, is that what's paying you $17.69? Because that's a good parlay. That's a really good parlay. I can't see it paying that high odds, but yeah. I would. Are you taking? I mean, I hope that hits for you. Plus 17.69, some crazy odds on. Bang! Yeah. If you hit that, I like that. I mean, for what it's paid, like it could miss. It's a 4-leg parlay. You could always miss. But I like that. What I'm not liking is, you guys have this fight. Anyone else have Pierce O'Leary versus Darrell Foley? Anyone have the props for this? I want to see Pierce O'Leary by stoppage. I like that parlay, Rocket. I like that parlay. Darrell Foley. He hasn't been stopped. That's an interesting fight. I like to see Pierce O'Leary by stoppage on that, if any of y'all have got that. There's some interesting fights to bet this weekend. Pierce O'Leary by stoppage. I like that. The lock of the week is going to be interesting this week, for sure. For sure. Robisi Ramirez, Sonny Edwards. I'm going to take Sonny Edwards off my lock of the week, I think. I really do. I'm looking at this. Bam Rodriguez is down to plus 350. I like Bam Rodriguez a lot to add to your parlay. A plus 350. I mean, at minus 350. Bam Rodriguez at minus. Oh, he's minus 475. Never mind. All right, it's still a good bet. You want to add Bam Rodriguez to a money line? I think it's a pretty good bet. Bam Rodriguez on a money line. Assad is in the building. What up, Assad? Assad, what are we betting this week? I'm working on a 3-way parlay. I think I like this. I like Bam Rodriguez, Teofimo Lopez, and then Friday's fight with Pierce O'Leary. It's a parlay I like a lot. Someone do the odds on this. Someone put the odds together for this. Pierce O'Leary, money line plus. Oh, I'm sorry, minus 1,000. Bam Rodriguez minus 475. Teofimo minus 1,100. Someone can someone do the math? Can someone pull up a parlay calculator and break that down for me? Bam Rodriguez minus 475, Teofimo minus 1,100, Pierce O'Leary minus 1,000. Assad says Sonny, Bam, O'Leary, and Teo. I don't think Sonny's a lock. Like, Sonny should win. And this is an interesting fight. We're going to do this one tomorrow because this is a really interesting fight to bet. But I'll give you guys a little preview of this, Assad. Assad says Sonny, Bam Bam, O'Leary, and Teo. Sonny is a master boxer. He has no power. He's going to use his legs. Once his legs start to slow down, he's going to sit and exchange. At that point, is Adrian Curiello just too much for him? Is he too strong and too powerful? Like, he's going to be winning every round, right? But could it be like where Caleb Plant's fighting Benavidez and then Caleb Plant just hits a wall and now he's got a monster? Now, I'm not saying Adrian Curiello is like David Benavidez, but he can hit. He is physically strong. I think Sonny Edwards is going to win. I think it's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be tough. And I think Sonny can win. But is that a lock? I don't know if that's a lock. Like, Sonny's in for a fight. I think specifically in the second half. If he can survive, if he can stay on his feet, I think he clearly wins. So there are two ways I think that fight ends. Sonny by points or Curiel by late stoppage. Curiel by late stoppage should be a live bet. It should be a live, interesting bet. What is the odds on Curiel by stoppage? I wouldn't. Minus 238 those three fights. All right, we'll add something else to it. Well, we got something there. We are working on something there. We got something there. Minus 238. So Tuesday, I'm gonna do what they say. Today is tonight. I'm gonna drop the Sonny Edwards, Adrian Curiel video. That'll be dropped tonight. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do Pierce O'Leary and Dara Foley. I want to replace Sonny with Jake Paul. Yeah, because Jake Paul's fights are fixed. What are the odds? I haven't even looked. What are the odds on Jake Paul? Muscle, we got a lot of good locks. We got a lot of good locks. Muscles, do me a favor. Tristan Carl-Cruth and DFG, Darius Fulgham, both fight tomorrow. On the I'm losing my brain here. Darius Fulgham and Tristan Carl-Cruth both fight tomorrow. Muscle, Rocket, two of my favorites. Assad, I got all my favorite people up in here. Muscles, do me a favor. Calculate this parlay. Tristan Carl-Cruth and Darius Fulgham. 2-leg parlay. It's not going to have the best odds, but it's going to hit. It's a Golden Boy card. It's kind of like a highlight card. They want to highlight these two prospects. What does that pay? Someone let me know. Because that's a bet that you're going to want to make. And if I said tomorrow, I meant Thursday. Did I say Thursday? Tomorrow? Thursday. Fulgham and Tristan Carl-Cruth. And then Friday, we got some interesting bets too. Friday, Lester Martinez and Gongora, Lamont Roach, BC Ramirez. Ramla Ali. Rohan Blanco, Elvis Rodriguez, Arturo Cardenas. We got some interesting fights going on this week. We got a lot. We got a lot of bets that we can make. I like Ramla Ali. I like her as a dog. I'm not going to lock that up. But Ramla's, I saw on DraftKings at least, she's paying like plus 215. I think. Is that what I saw, Ramla? What's up? What'd you get, Ramla? I like her chances to win. I think Ramla is a really good boxer. I think she's really skilled. I just thought she got iced in that fight, and I thought she was fighting someone way bigger than her in a fight she was winning, and then she came back and she won. I like Ramla Ali. It's a Golden Boy card. Those are the only two fights I'm seeing action for. Like, it's not terrible. Muscles, it's easy money. I know you like easy money. I know it's not paying the best, right? But it's easy money. If you want to add something to what I mean, if you just want to add Thursday, what do you want to add to it? We can add Friday. If you want to do that, you just Friday, we can bring it down. In UK only, moneyline ATM. Okay, I got you, Rocket. What do you want to add to it, Rocket? I mean, Muscles. What do you want to add? On Thursday, those are the only two fights they got money. They only two fights. Oh, they got Eric Priest. You could add Eric. You could add Eric Priest, Muscles. I mean, he's minus 4,000. I don't know how much it's going to bring your odds down. You can calculate it if you want. Oh, Fulgham is fighting Vaughn Alexander. He's fighting Rocket. Fulgham is fighting Vaughn Alexander. Vaughn Alexander. So it's a decent opponent. It's a live body, but obviously Fulgham's going to beat Vaughn Alexander. Lester Martinez, Adrian Carroll, money line with Teo and Bam is at. Ooh. Rocket. I mean, look, Carroll's probably going to lose, but the rest of that money line is money. I like the rest of that. I mean, the rest of that parlay is money. I really, 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 really like that. Lester Martinez, Adrian Carroll, money line with Teo and Bam is a +5. That this is why Rocket is like my favorite. Like, Rocket is gonna Lester Martinez, okay, and Adrian Carroll on the money line, and then Bam and Teo by stoppage. It pays plus. We're gonna call that +6,000. Bang! Like, if you hit on that, a $500 bet is gonna. I don't know. Do the math on that. I suck at math. Yeah, it's safe, man. It's easy money. Both those guys are gonna win. Take the money, lock it up. I mean, that's all we got Thursday. And you like to. Eric Priest is minus 4,000. I don't know what that's gonna do for you, right? Yeah, it brings it down to minus 400. So it's gonna bring it down a little bit, minus 400. It's up to you. I mean, like, Eric Priest is fighting someone who shouldn't be in the ring with him, so he's gonna win. But it's minus 4,000, right? Not Jeanette Gonzalez, Janner Gonzalez. Oh, wow. See, this is what I want to share with y'all. This is who Eric Priest is fighting. This is why he shouldn't be in the ring. He got knocked out by Alejandro Luis Silva. He got knocked out by Saganov in the first round. He got knocked out by Stan Yones. He got knocked out by Ivan Gulab in 2019. He got knocked out by Jamal James. He lost to Butiev. This is the guy he's fighting. Why? Like, why are you doing it? This is the guy. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Parlay brings it down from minus 400. You want to add Eric Priest to it? Look at who he's fighting. Like, I'm not trying to shame this guy, but look at his recent history. He's lost. He's 2-6, and the two guys he's beaten have a record of 18-14. Francisco Fuentes, Fidel Guerrero, and he's lost and he's got stopped. How many times has he been stopped? He's been stopped 5 times in his last 8 fights. Yeah, I think Eric Priest is going to win that fight, and I have no idea why they're making that fight, and that's the shame of it all. 250 on Rocket's bet makes you 15 grand. Bang! Yeah, I would do that. I would do that, Rocket. I mean, it is crazy if that hits. And the thing is, there's nothing crazy. The craziest thing on that parlay is Adrian Curiel. That's the craziest thing. And again, that's not that crazy. It's not. It's not that wild. Like it for something that's paying, what was it, plus 6,000? It's pretty sensible. It's pretty safe. Like, it's not safe, but it's pretty sensible. Like, there's nothing wild. There's nothing crazy. It's not like he picked Sonny Edwards to knock Curiel out in the second round. There's nothing inappropriate on that parlay, right? There's nothing completely out of the ordinary that you would say absolutely do not bet that. Bro, upsets are happening a lot, I see. Yeah, because PBC fighters only fight once a year. It's not a great look. You get upset when you don't stay active, especially when you're young. And a lot of these other prospects aren't what they're cracked out to be. I always compare it to quarterback prospects in the NFL, right? Like, there were 6 quarterbacks taken in the first 10 picks or something in this year's draft. How many of them are going to be good? 2? So then 4 of them are going to bust, right? So you get these prospects who you think, okay, are all great, but not all of them are great. Most of them are going to suck. And that's just the reality of the matter. Look, you want something to say. Muscle says, do you think Priest will knock him out? Should I take the stoppage prop on him on the parlay? I wouldn't. You got something so safe. I don't want stupid Eric Priest. Look, do I think Eric Priest is going to knock that guy out? Yeah, probably. But you want to risk your parlay on that? I mean, it's a safe parlay. We're making easy money here. A lot of upsets. Yeah, we're getting a lot of upsets. A lot of upsets. And like I said, a lot of these prospects aren't cracked out to be what they're supposed to be. That's A. And B, yeah, like a lot of PBC fighters that we're talking about, they're fighting once a year. You can't stay sharp at once a year, right? Like, if you're 37 years old, once a year is fighting good for you. If you're 23, it's a terrible idea. It's a horrible idea. Anything tomorrow? We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk some Sonny Edwards tomorrow. Anything else y'all have on y'all mind? Any last minute thoughts, questions, super chats, anything like that? Leave it now. Let me know what y'all think. Elijah Pierce and Jose San Martin. Some decent fights that we can bet this week. I'm gonna have that lockout soon. If you're in the Patreon, Rickapo, Spider Riches, Nova, Sound Run. Yeah, there's been a lot of upsets. A lot of upsets. For sure. Hopefully that ends tomorrow. I can't see an upset on the Golden Boy card. I can't see Tristan Calcruz losing to Anthony Holloway, and I definitely can't see DFG losing to Vaughn Alexander. So I think we're safe there. I would think. And Eric Priest is definitely not losing. That's for sure. I want to look at this real quick. Anthony Holloway. This is what I mean about these Golden Boy cards. I want to share this with you because this is what I thought. I knew this name. Tristan Calcruz is a good prospect. Like, whatever you think of him, he's a good prospect. This is who he's fighting.
This
Anthony
summer,
Holloway. I knew I
dive
knew
into
this
the
guy's
many
name.
cools of San Antonio, because as soon as the
He lost a 6-round decision to Giovanni Scuderi. Giovanni Scuderi is my boy. He's from Sicily. I like him a lot, but hot damn, you can't be losing to him. And then he lost to Sonny McEwen. This is the guy that they have Tristan Colquhoun. Like, obviously, Tristan's going to beat this guy. How about Connor Quinn? I don't know much about the guy he's fighting, Connor Calcel. I don't know much about him. Let me watch the tape on that before I give you a pick. I'm just going to keep it money line, make it safe. Yeah, take the easy money. Like, these are all tune-up fights. Stay busy fights. And these guys are going to dominate. Just take the easy money, Muscle. I think that's a good idea. Rocket says Connor Quinn. Yeah, both undefeated. I don't know much about Connor Calcel. I don't really know anything about him. Well, he's not a puncher. Rocket, let me get back to you on that, all right, my man? I don't want to give you bad advice on that. I don't know anything about this guy. He's fought no one of note yet. That doesn't mean he's bad, but I don't want to give you advice. I don't know anything about him. Let me. I know his name. That's really all I know. Let me get into him. He's obviously not a puncher. I'm gonna watch some tape on him, and I'll let you know about that. Leave it like that, Rocket. Leave it like that. If you hit, you're paying plus 6,000. It don't get a whole lot better than that. But I've been going almost 40 minutes now. Still got a bunch of people in the chat. If you guys have any last minute thoughts, questions, comments, super chats at the buzzer, leave it now. Muscles, I think we got some good advice. Rocket, we got a great bet going. Assad, anyone else, let me know what you guys want. Again, we'll be back live tomorrow. I'm going to do another live tomorrow. And tonight, I'm going to drop that Sonny Edwards, Adrian Curiel video. This is going to be an interesting fight to break down. Obviously, I'm leaning towards Sonny Edwards to win, but I think Adrian could get a late stoppage. I think Sonny Edwards is going to run out of gas, and then just can he run out the clock? And I think he will be able to run out the clock, but I think there's going to be some hairy moments in that fight for him late. And I think Teofimo Lopez and Steve Claggett, to kind of get back to what the video is about, is easy money. I think Teofimo Lopez gets the late stoppage, or mid-round to late stoppage. I just think Claggett's going to be there to be hit. I think Claggett's going to have some moments. He's going to land some hooks. He's going to land some shots. He's going to land some shots on the inside. We're going to say how much Teofimo Lopez sucks, and then Teofimo Lopez is going to knock him out. It's basically how I see that fight going. Anything on Robeisy? It's a safe bet. Robeisy Ramirez is fighting Brandon Leon Benitez. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be too much. And I want you guys to, the guy that Robeisy Ramirez is fighting, Benitez, he's not bad. I can't see him winning, but he's not a bad fighter at all. That's a decent guy they're putting him in with. He's a decent pro. You watch the tape on him, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. All right, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm up 40 minutes now. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Again, join the Patreon. Link is in the chat. It's in the description. $5 a month. It gets you the lock of the week. It gets you asked to book you anything. I'll handicap a fight for you at the one that I haven't done, but I'll show you how to make money in any fight. And of course, you get all the updated information on the props and parlays and things like that. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Guys, please smash the like button. It's free. Smash it. If you haven't subscribed, please do now. But it's it is June 25th, 2024. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless. Respect to you too, Assad. We out.